Welcome, Samoa! It's Samoa, right? It's not Tuvalu yet. What do I normally do? I forgot. And welcome back to, not that button, Doctor Who, Spicy Chips Were a Mistake, Season 4, Episode 11, Turn Left, where, once again, I am joined by my brother, Caden.
Hello.
And Caden, are you ready to watch a flawed but democratic society fall to the wills of fascism and xenophobia?
I was born ready.
All right, what about in Doctor Who?
You know, less exciting.
All right. Well, I could go into the news instead. I was like, what happens if Caden makes the same joke I do before realizing I'm making it? No, yes, this is Turn Left. This will be an interesting one because I think it'll kind of be like that episode of Star Trek. There's a 60s episode Alex and I watched during lockdown. I've talked about it before, called The Cloud Miners, where Kirk spends half the episode convincing the miners in like the lower levels of society to wear the masks because like the cave gas is making them idiots, but they don't believe him and they think they're trying to control him with the government or something. And meanwhile, the other half is spent with the government, where he's trying to convince the government that the gas is real, and they don't believe that something invisible can harm them. And we watched that during lockdown, and I don't think we said a word the entire episode.
Yeah, that's brutal.
It was like a, oof, okay. It was just a silent oh. Yeah, it'll be a lot like that one.
Yeah, I vaguely remember this one, kind of.
Yeah, I imagine it might be one that comes back to you. We
Yeah.
are probably going to approach it in a more lighthearted tone. But this is a heavy one. This is like possibly Doctor Who's heaviest episode. Especially nowadays. But hey, we're doing this, so I do have. You will be very overjoyed to hear, Caden. I have left my own personal fascist dystopia, and my books did arrive. So you don't have to hear me talk about how they're still untracked and unarrived.
That is beautiful. I'm so happy for you.
The worst thing that could possibly happen to anyone, as we discussed on stream.
It's been resolved.
Right. Nothing worse happened to me immediately after that stream, either. Everything's fine, I promise. But no, man, I don't know if we got anything else. I don't think I have Who news.
No Who news.
I haven't seen any of that. Did I post anything? Nope, I didn't send you anything in Discord. Man, it feels wrong. Like we got to spend 20 minutes here, right? You got anything?
Yeah.
I'll introduce the episode in a bit, but man,
I get a lot of like news shown to me now about Doctor Who, but it's always nothing burgers. So I've read things. I don't remember them at all, and it wasn't important.
Welcome to Doctor Who News now, when there's no show to news. One day we'll get a release date for Land Between. I don't think, or Twat Blast, as I'll call it, because it's funny. But it's a joke that doesn't work verbally, which is why I never know how to talk about the war between the land and the sea. Have I told you about this? That the acronym for the war between the land and the sea can very easily be mistakenly read as Twat Blast, and so a lot of people on like the Reddits have taken to just calling it Twat Blast.
I think that's a good name.
Yeah, not even like in a derogatory sense, just like that is actually the best way you can refer to this show is Twat Blast. I saw someone said they liked Sea Wars, which is hilarious, but I actually felt like that was more derogatory because it invokes Star Wars and kind of like knock off Star Wars vibes. But Sea Wars is funny. Anyway, yeah, no, so I got the next book. I got Love and War, which I keep calling Love and Monsters. I've met Bernice Summerfield properly. I bought Oh No It Isn't, came in that one as well. And I mention it because actually I'm going to go get it just to make sure I read this right.
Oh, yeah. No, we got to make sure that this is authentic.
Yep, I think my cat ear Bluetooth is kind of choppy. The back of the book, I don't usually read it, but I just want to read. This is by Paul Cornell, author of Father's Day and Human Nature, Family of Blood, amongst many of the books. Oh, no, it isn't. And then they always have a quote at the top. It says, "The king's balls get bigger every year." And that's all I know about the book.
Wow.
It's got
Every year.
birdies. I think the king is like a cat. I should send you a picture of this. Actually, I can just Google it. That's even better. It's not Doctor Who, actually. It's Virgin New Adventures. See, we got there. You thought we would actually get to the stream. All right, now let me get episode monitor. Remove those, and bam. There we go.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's the king.
Oh, that's one cool cat.
Yeah, look at how cool that cat is. Voiced by Nicholas Briggs. Nicholas Courtney in Big Finish did that one. I haven't heard it.
Cat's sick.
Yeah, but I'm excited to learn about the king's balls getting bigger in like 3 years when I get through all the Virgin New Adventures.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's when the Doctor wasn't in it. They lost their license, so they kept making books about Bernice Summerfield. And yes, I did buy that one in a bundle. No judgment. If you don't know what we're doing, we should probably get into this. We are basically going to be recording an audio commentary track live after a lot of talk about the king's balls that do get bigger every year. She's an archaeologist. So for legal reasons, I of course can't just stream an episode of Doctor Who, so there will be, well, okay, hang on. If I fix OWS, there we go. There will be a blurred version of the episode in the background. And of course, the timer at the bottom there. In a little bit, we're going to do a countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. On go, everyone's going to hit play, and we should all stay synced up there. However, this is a bit of a problem for Doctor Who specifically. If you need water, this is like a great time to go get it, Caden. Well, this for Doctor Who, this is a problem specifically because there are 2 versions of every episode. There's the original UK broadcast and the original US broadcast, which I give a different name every time. They should be exactly the same, except the American broadcast is about 4% slower. Looking at the length of this episode, I don't recall any. There might be some scenes that were cut in the American version, because 51 is quite a long episode. But usually it's just the speed difference, and if it's not, they usually don't cut that many scenes. It's probably not really notice it. But yeah, that's the scenario. So if the time bar is not right, or you start lagging behind, lagging ahead. You can mess with the YouTube speed if you're not watching this live. But yeah. Anything else? I think I've got to introduce the episode, of course, as I do every time.
Yeah, well, I remember, I think, one thing about this episode.
All right, you don't usually cut me off, so I got high expectations.
I just had to let you know before you told me what it was actually about to see if my memory was correct.
Okay, yes. Yeah.
And Donna's driving a car, and she's got a cockroach on her back, I think. That's it. That's the whole episode.
I'll give you half points. You only listed 2 things. Donna does drive a car. Spoilers.
And the cockroach wants her to go one of 2 directions. I don't remember.
I think you can I think use your brain.
Well, I don't know if the cockroach wants her to turn left or it wants her to turn right, and she should turn left.
Well, there isn't a cockroach. But
there's something.
What this is actually about, turn left, again, the most harrowing episode of Doctor Who. Gosh, I'll try and describe my first time watching it, but I was like probably 7. No, this was 2008, so I was probably...
I would have been 3.
This is probably like Matt Smith's 2nd season is when we are in time. So like I would have been about 10-ish probably when I saw this for the first time. And Obama would have been president for what that's worth. But I didn't pay attention to politics till like the first Trump-Biden election just because of my age. And also, I couldn't participate anyway, so, But this episode, Turn Left, is like a collaboration. It was quite big at the time between Doctor Who and DJ Casper, who we all know, of course, off the top of our heads, where there's this planet where there's a club. You know the song? It's the Cha-Cha Slide, where you hear it. It's like slide to the left, and then like you just have to slide, and like you have to slide. You got to do the dance when you hear it. Like I did that, and everyone moved to the left. You might have heard my chair. Someone gets like that on a vinyl record. Actually, Cha-Cha Slide came out. Release date. Is that actually reasonable? 2000. That's younger than I thought. That's only 30 years old. Okay. What happened in my head is I knew it was 20 years old, so I picked a higher number, and then I realized it's 25 years old. But yeah, no, someone got that vinyl record, and there was like this dance studio or whatever. It's not important. It was a big warehouse in Nebraska, the planet's Earth, and they, the record basically got stuck, right? And so it's just like slide to the left, and so the people just like kept sliding and sliding to the left. And they couldn't go right, so they kept like banging against the wall, and there's a big pile up, right? And the problem that the Doctor and Donna face in this room, they're here too. The TARDIS materializes in the middle of this. It's like boom, in the middle of an action, right? Is that this, not only is that just not good, but like the structural integrity of the wall is like slowly being beaten away. It's like heaven sent. And if they get through, like, they're just going to keep sliding to the left, like, through everything. And, like, it'd be the end of the world. The sound would, like, go out of the warehouse and, like, everyone would hear it. It's very bad. The Cha-Cha Slide is very dangerous. This is why it didn't actually come out till 2000, because as we all know, vinyl records became illegal in the 2000 for not being cool. That's true. That's why they're just now coming back, is it's not as popular of a song anymore. But right at the last minute, of course, like DJ Casper, whose name I actually remembered, pulled out, and they already filmed it. Like it was actually like getting ready to broadcast. They pulled out, and so they had to kind of redub the episode, and so it became a unique song, Turn Left. Turn left, and everyone still slides because, like, it was still the same video. Yeah, it's kind of weird, but I wanted you to understand why they actually spin the camera to the left, so it kind of makes sense. But I wanted you to know why that happened. Like not the camera, I mean the video. So like there becomes little black triangles in the corner. Is the video turns? Yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah, that as you're saying it's coming back to me a bit.
And it turns out it was actually a cockroach on the record that caused it to skip. Yeah. You're right. I remember. Wow. It was a great episode. I know I said there was no cockroach, but you reminded me. Yep.
All the dancing, it's an upbeat episode.
Yeah. Oh, and of course, the way they resolve it is the Doctor saves the day through the power of dance, as is the recurring motif of this season. Always. That I sometimes forget to mention, but even in like the Korn and Bumblebee episode, just remember that they always save the day through the power of dance. Well, no one saved the day in that episode, but like someone danced. It was
as universal as the power of friendship.
Yeah. I didn't plan this when I started the whole power of dance joke, that there would actually be a dancing episode at the end. Caden, I need to fill up my water bottle as my dog gets cozy on my lap. You always do this just before we gotta go places. Why do you do this? So you gotta tell them about the plot of Oh No It Isn't. I've just given you the King's Balls Get Bigger Every Year, so I guess you've got to build something off of that. I know it's not a Doctor Who, technically, but tough.
Yeah, well, this one's actually classic. Oh no, it isn't.
Yeah.
I remember when I first read this. I
Because
had
you've
this read to me as a
definitely
child.
read the non-Doctor Who Virgin New Adventures.
Yeah, I had it read to me when I was a child, and it's a very simple story, honestly, but it's a bit of a pull at the heartstrings, because of course the main character, this king, it's about a family, a loving family, a classic modern or old modern 80s 90s loving American classic picket fence household, and so they have this cat, and the cat's name is King, obviously. And their cat's balls, they notice, get bigger year after year after they get this cat. After they find him, he was a street cat, very young, newborn street cat, but the mother nowhere to be found. So they took him in under the wing, and it became a part of this ingrained family. And it was a farm cat, and they lived and they worked and they had a good time. But they noticed his balls just got bigger every year. And initially they thought it was funny. They just thought, he was growing up, until eventually the cat stopped growing, but the balls didn't. So they took him into the doctor, and they said, "Doctor, look at our cat's balls. They're growing every year." And the doctor goes, "Oh, no, it isn't."
Sorry to interject, but are they growing steadily, or is it like they wake up one day and they're just bigger all at once?
Yeah, they wake up one day.
Okay, cool. That's why I was hoping.
All at once, every year. And so, yeah, they take him to the doctor. They say, "Doctor, look at King. His balls, they're growing. These balls are growing every year." And he goes, "No, it isn't. This is a tumor. This is a girl cat." And they go, "Dang. What? Queen has a tumor?" They change her name on the spot.
I see.
And then it kind of becomes more of an Old Yeller situation where Queen doesn't make it and dies in the end. And it's a really sad book.
God.
It was a bad book to have read to me when I was a
I thought it was a pantomime, but I guess the audience did come to watch Turn Left, so you're not here for a good time.
Yeah, no, and then it was really heartbreaking, but It's a classic story as old as time.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. God, should we start? I'm going to start just to wake up my hard drive, but today, well, not today, in a little bit, okay, my hard drive's fine. Oh, no, I moved it. In a little bit, we're going to do the countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. On go, everyone's going to hit play, and then we should be synced up. Come here. That's right. Good boy. Good boy. What is this? You blood? Good boy. What?
Evil GPS and not a cockroach?
That was the Atmos
one.
Or is it? We already had Evil GPS. Okay, we
already saw that
this season.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, I'm sick of the cockroaches.
But yes, it is an Evil GPS episode. So,
crap.
Yes, it is an evil. It is the Atmos episode. Well done, you figured it out.
Oh, right.
Oh, hello, chat. BBC 3 here in the UK are repeating Matt Smith episodes. That's right, I saw the news. They're repeating classic episodes of Doctor Who, which is Matt Smith. Are they going in order? That's really cool. Yeah, no, I just buy the Blu-rays, so I'm pretty good here, but that's cool that they're going in order. I wonder if they're gonna do a Matt Smith villain. Well, no, they don't have plans for next season. Countdown time, though. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. We are recording. We are live. And now I have to fiddle with my cat headphones. Oh, my goodness. It really doesn't like me putting my hand over the volume on my headphones because it blocks the Bluetooth signal.
Pretty funny.
I have always found it a bit odd that this is like a Chinatown. I guess that might be the point, but I think they're on some future alien planet. It might just be some colony actually with a Chinatown.
Ooh, that looks pretty delicious. I'd use some of that right now. I don't know what.
No, that's
like a root beer float.
That's End of the World. You know what? I don't know why I thought this was an alien planet. I'm pretty sure we're just somewhere like a Chinese colony. Maybe it's even China. I don't know. Victory of the Daleks and Time of Angels. Is that the order of season 5? I mean, they're doing 2, so they're faster than us. But we'll get to Matt Smith in like about a month. Spoilers, Caden, but no, I'm looking forward to the Matt Smith ones. That could be a chance to watch them outside of a watch along, and then you can come see what we feel in about probably more like 2 months, because you've got to take a few weeks off, but it'll be before the end of the year. If only there was a button where you could be notified, like, of the content that I released and when. Yeah, as a kid, I just assumed this was an alien planet. I knew it was Chinese, but I just assumed it was an alien planet. We've actually had this episode alluded to a few times.
Yeah?
Already, yeah. I can't think of a specific time, but it has happened.
Oh,
Clip show episode.
Maybe this is an alien planet.
All right. Oh, true. Well, I don't think it's alien. I don't think it's alien. I think it's
oh yeah, humans on
colony.
Another planet. Yeah.
I honestly, the BBC probably just had a bunch of like Chinese stuff in a warehouse. You know.
Sounds right. Is that a cockroach I see on the ground?
Nope.
I think it might be.
It's not a cockroach.
Close enough.
Question we'll have to answer at the end of this. Is Turn Left the best clip show episode ever? You could make an argument that Turn Left is a clip show. $20,000 a year.
That's not bad.
It's not in central London, though. Are they in central London? They're in London, I think. 20,000 a year. Gosh, I have no idea what the average salary in the UK is in 2007.
Also, yeah, at this time.
Actually, that might be pretty good. So is Sylvia the Beetle, Caden? She will.
True.
Man, already we're getting kind of
so harsh.
I mean, like,
oh, she did the
she's right. She should probably take this like other job. But yeah, Sylvia's a bit of a piece of work. Season 13 and Classic Doc 2 is being released on Blu-ray. Yes, we get it in January. It's probably a Christmas gift from someone for me. I'm actually watching it with my wife on YouTube right now. It's not a cockroach.
Cockroach.
That's not a cockroach.
Big cockroach. That.
This is your whole focus of the episode. Who cares about politics when there's a cockroach on your back? Actually, to be fair, who actually does care about politics when there is a cockroach on your back? I don't.
Yeah, not me.
No. I was at the quote-unquote local amusement park once. You might have been there. And we were in line for food. And someone was just like, excuse me, there's a praying mantis in your hair. Let me get it. There's just a giant praying mantis. It was like, what? Who has praying manti in their hair? I kept trying to craft the joke for this episode, right? And Turn Left, I kept going, we should make it like a political statement, right? Like you should go left in politics. And every time I go, yeah. No, hang on, that's just what the episode is.
Ooh, like I saw Aunt Billy Piper.
Spoilers. Whoa. They put Billy Piper in the main credits?
Yeah.
Gosh, I'm not even reading. I wonder how many people notice that. Because it would always bother me in Star Trek. They'd put it at the bottom, like at the start of the episode. It'd be like, guest starring. And you would you'd kind of spoil it, you know?
Yeah.
I wonder if they did Billy Piper for any of the other, like Midnight or something. Doctor Who Christmas song! We didn't even place a bet! I was starting to think it was just a Moffat thing. Wait, do you think the song hadn't come out? Steven, you're British. What's the name of this song? We don't have it in America. It's like Merry Christmas something. And here it is. What's it called? Here it is, Merry Christmas. You start getting this in like malls in America nowadays, actually. But for the longest time, I only knew of this song because of Doctor Who. What's it called? I can't type Merry Christmas song. Okay, Doctor Who Christmas song. Merry Christmas, everybody. That's what it's called. Yes, that worked. Everybody. 1973. So yeah, it actually came out just before this episode aired. We should ask our parents if like it was big when they were kids and it kind of faded out in America. You remember this one? God, when did we cover this?
I do remember this one. Her grandpa's in there.
This was ages ago.
Somewhere.
What? No, her grandpa wasn't in this episode. He had like laryngitis or something. Wait, wasn't Donna getting married? Oh, this is after her wedding. This is her wedding day. No, she didn't get that job at H.C. Clements. That's right. Who cares about politics?
In your hair.
It's a song by Slade called Merry Christmas, Everybody, and it was #1, December 1973, yeah. We just get Mariah Carey.
Yeah, that's true.
I find it funny. This is a little less true now. Oh, wait. Here's a fun nod, right? So, I'll get back to the Christmas thing, but in the original, that scene was Order from Mr. Saxon, Fire. And they don't do Order from Mr. Saxon because the Mr. Saxon only exists because the Doctor, after this episode, goes to the end of the universe. So there's no Mr. Saxon in this timeline.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, fun detail. So, you know, Earth might be worse off, but I guess everywhere else is fine. But, no, back to Christmas. Both Americans and British people complain that there's like 5 songs at Christmas, right? But from what I can gather, they're 5 different songs. If we just did a little cultural exchange, we'd double our number of Christmas songs, you know? But yeah, in my head, Merry Christmas, Everybody is just the UK Christmas song.
I like how this is just us getting to see... Oh, hey, Billy Piper.
Yeah, it's the 16th Doctor. Sounds like you're over it. God, there's like kids who are going to grow up with Dr. Billy Piper, and then they're going to have their minds blown when they go back to Rose. It's a hell of a hook, though, right?
Yeah.
Usually you got to go into Big Finish for that.
This is just a glimpse into every time we talk about... Imagine if the Doctor just died right here. This is it. This is what happens.
This is it. There's versions where the show just becomes this. This is the only timeline where we still have Doctor Who. I would say it's weird seeing Rose back, but she's on Big Finish now, so...
I'm gonna start doing this to you.
When you come back home. I'll still always remember when we were at like some family event and you were handing around the kitchen island, and then I left to hang out with other people, and I came back and you were still there. So I just went up and I was like, you never left the island. But in your mind, it was like some world-shattering, I walked up to you like you had been in a coma on a desert island.
Yeah.
I'm like, you never left the island. And it's like you're about
So
to wake
funny.
up stranded, remembering.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah, it was like,
So
it was
funny.
hilarious. Stupid Cliff. Every office has got one of those. Which episode's this? Oh,
Which one's
yes.
this? Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
God, we
yeah.
gotta go through Martha's stuff.
She's got her priorities straight.
No, we don't have, is it, oh my gosh, is it Yanis? Who's the friend that she has? Janice?
I don't know.
Laura, chat? Yeah. I do love Donna's just...
Yeah.
Ouch.
That's
Oh,
a
was it you
man.
or Gage who cut themselves on a basketball? Sorry.
I don't recall. I think it must have been Gage.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. About to get another fun little MCU moment. Because, of course, the Doctor can't save the day. I like Oliver. Although, who puts that picture above their TV?
Oh, I missed it.
God, I kind of wish in this timeline Wilfred became like the conspiracy theorist guy, but he's right. Oh, I didn't remember Martha saving the day on this one.
I love him.
Everyone loves Wilf. I mean, I know the government doesn't want to verify it, but we could have easily, like, just looked at a telescope and on the moon.
That's true.
You could probably
Maybe they're
get
on the
a
other
pair of
side.
binoculars. I mean, I don't know why you would. Hospital's gone. Is it on the moon? Wow, she took that job.
Oh.
Oh, here we go. From because the spin-off is going on, of course. She wrote a lot about conspiracy theorist dinosaurs and shit, and no one believed her. It's Sarah Jane is like presented as someone who actually writes about what really happened on the Doctor, you know? But oh, I guess the kids died too. Whoops. So opening with dead kids.
Chipper.
Wow. But like she's also a very respected journalist. Like she's esteemed and respected in her field. But from what I remember, even in her spin-off, when she goes to people, is like, I think it's aliens. They're like, what the hell are you smoking? Like, what? Like, who's publishing Sarah Jane's work?
What explodes?
Actually, I like the idea that there's one tabloid that just is always right in Doctor Who, you know? Actually, Big Finish has a series about what Billie Piper's up to during this period.
Huh.
I've never listened to it, but it's called The Dimension Canon. It might be good.
Man, what's...
It also kind of bothers me, because, like, I don't know if you'd be able to see it, you know?
Yeah.
Donna's got wide hair.
We saw the hands.
Yeah.
This is just the well again.
I also, so, like, there's a thing on her back, right? But how does she get changed? Like, you know,
quickly.
Her hair. Quickly. All right. She doesn't. Nothing ever goes wrong on Christmas.
Never, not in this universe.
Actually, this is funny because in The Voyage of the Damned, right? Everybody had left London. So, except Wilf. So, like, theoretically, everyone's about to be fine, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sure everyone didn't live London, but, you know. Royal family stayed, though, so best time for democracy. Red-nosed reindeer. I love it. I love the Doctor Who Christmas song. Look at it. Gotta love
Look at him
Wilf.
go. 2 hands.
I was about to say, when does Wilf join Big Finish? But then I remembered, and now I'm sad.
Oh, yeah.
He might have actually done Big Finish. Sylvia has Big Finish. Donna has Big Finish. Silva actually has more Big Finish than Donna. I know Bernard Crummings does Big Finish, but I don't know if he does Wilf. I think he predates playing Wilf, but he might have one. What is this garbage? This isn't the Christmas song. I don't know it either.
I thought he had a gun.
I like how he brought it, though. I don't believe she
locked and loaded.
I do not believe Sylvia gets up before 10 normally. If Sylvia could, she'd be the grandpa from Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, not Charlie Brown.
Why'd they put him in the big bed? Or couch?
I think they had a line about that, actually. I don't remember. Well, that is a fancy hotel. Who the hell... Actually, you live in the UK. It's a lot warmer. No one would go for a walk here. The Spanish is there's something on your back, so I've been told. I can't translate it myself, but I've been told that's what it is. It's not a cockroach.
Basically a cockroach. What's happening?
Well, you should know it's Christmas. I've already told you.
There it is.
It's Voyage of the Damned. This is what they were trying to do. All the people in London who went, damn, they're about to get wiped out. Or at least Alonso's doing a good piloting job. Like, he was almost as good as the Doctor there. I told you we were going to approach this a little more lightheartedly. But that's about to probably get more difficult. Did David Tennant was only required for a day's filming? Oh, he's at the end. That's right. I'm like, did they put David Tennant under that stretcher?
I bet he would have wanted to be under that stretcher, though.
He's so dedicated to the part.
David Tennant. Yeah, I'd want to be.
Wow.
How often does he get to be dead? You know, not very often.
Well, you know, once. It is Doctor Who. Like, there's a guaranteed death in the role.
Yeah, so imagine doing it twice. Well, I guess he did that, didn't he?
Yes. He's actually done it.
Imagine him doing it.
He's actually, like, 4... Is it 5? Chat! How many times has David Tennant regenerated? Oh, God, here's a fun one, too. Hang on, I think I have to get... Oh, no, it isn't again. Yeah. So, the book I'm reading right now... Oh, no, Cornwall is sanctioned off. The book I'm reading now is written by Paul Cornell. And it says, a regular contributor to television magazines, he lives in Lancaster, right? Fast forward a few years... His television work includes episodes of The Ward. He plays for BBC Two. He lives far too close to Cricklewood. I love the development in Paul Cornell's live. 8.09 million viewers watched Turn Left, was the 4th most watched across all channels on British TV. Yeah. Doctor Who seems to hit that record a lot in this era. Duckwood.
This looks familiar to the street in
Martha.
Yeah,
Caden, it's the London suburbs. They all look like this. They all do. It probably is, but they all look like this. I love what's his face.
He looks happy.
So many great characters in this one. I'd live with him.
I would.
I'd live in dystopia. I'm waiting for his name. I love this guy. I love Italians. Both times I've been to Italy, lovely people.
Rocco.
A lot like this guy. Really, it's a good time. I love Italy.
They got.
He has not been given a name.
No, Rocco Stellato. Or Rocco
okay,
something.
Rocco. He's the guy who gives me TV. He's my Roku.
Complete tone shift.
You can have the bathroom if you want.
Down a whole octave.
I mean, yes, this is like a horrible living condition, and I wouldn't actually want to live here. You could be worse. You could have a different guy, you know?
It's gonna be as big as my house.
What'd you say about living in your place?
It's gonna be
as a kid, I stood up and cheered. Wait. That's up like 20%. I cheered. I was so happy.
Oh my god, adipose everywhere.
It looks like London, but I did not get the vibe. I loved the adipose.
You know, it's bittersweet.
I said as a kid, why didn't they invade America? I was jumping up and down, and God only knows how my mom felt. But at least we know that America was like stop 2, you know?
That's true.
Yeah, so it's not a plot hole. Plus, like, the UK is pretty obese. Or at least it's up there now. I wonder... Oh, let me move my mouse. I mean, I kind of get it with Ncuti Gatwa, but it's so... The versatility of this show is just amazing. It's like, you know, you get this after, like, Unicorn and the Wasp, you know? Yeah. Oh, no, they're still Did you hear that? They're still disappearing. I learned that whole Bumblebees disappearing thing, right? That was a real issue. We basically, like, solved it, apparently, which is why you don't really hear about it anymore. Hive collapse disorder, whatever it's called. Most things that were bad that you don't hear about anymore, it's because we solved them. Money.
That's good.
And beer. Yeah.
You need
to keep first broadcast.
Spirits high.
2008. Wow.
Mussolini.
No, that's very racist. I don't know if you get the reference, but
no, yeah, that's
okay.
That's crazy.
It was me, Donna. We love Wilf. God, Sylvia is so uncomfortable. No. I've said before, I think, I don't think I'd really like Donna as a person if I met her. Because she has a lot of that, like, Mussolini comment type stuff towards aliens, but you don't super notice it. See, I told you it was the Atmos one. The Sontarans came here and still went, you know what? This is the one. I don't remember how they solved this one. Oh, yes, I got it. Is that unit?
I mean, if I saw a cockroach, I wouldn't shoot it.
Are you calling Donna a cockroach? It's not a cockroach. Honestly, when I see a spider in my basement, that's my reaction. I do like that we're getting Rose's Bad Wolf music theme. I really like it.
Yeah.
I think I prefer Murray Gold's in like the 11th Doctor's era, 11 and 12. But I really do like the pieces of music you get during the Davies era. Ah, that makes sense. South Africa have a lot of cars?
I don't know.
I think there's a lot of people in South Africa. So maybe. Our other spin-off. Hope Owen dies. God, I hate that guy. I choose to believe it's Owen. It's just like hard to imagine what this would even be like from the ground, because like they don't even know what's happening, you know?
Yeah. Oh, Torchwood.
Ah, damn it, Owen. He probably was already dead. Spoilers. No, I choose to believe this is when Owen's like immortal, and so he just gets to live in space dying forever. I don't like Owen. That's too harsh. I'm sorry, Owen. You don't deserve that. You deserve a lot, but not that. I would like to point out, though, the 60 million they got from America is more than they would have gotten from the UK. Wow. It's not that good.
So,
I remember the main enemy and turn left, Steven. Or is it Stefan? But I'm like Caden squirming. No, I like turn left because there isn't really a villain. There's like a MacGuffin to get this in like the plot device rolling, but the villain just like sits on Donna's back. That's all they do. The villain didn't even do all of this. I think they just want like to change history. They did not realize that this would happen. I've read Exodus, Donna. It could get worse. You know, they really were like pretty MCU before their time, because we get proper universe hopping here. That's a point, actually. I guess Donna's the current companion, but what if she went to, like, Amy? I don't know. As I said it, I'm like, actually, she does make sense. Oh, wait, no, there is, like, plot reasons. That's right, I forgot. Donna has the great, like, you know, never met anyone who wasn't important thing going on with her. But then they actually make her, like, literally important. And I've always felt like this was a mistake. This is also, I feel, a really harrowing bit. I think it's the next scene. There's a few pieces of media that do this. My favorite use is, I think it's Outer Wilds or Outer Worlds, not the RPG, the great puzzle game that lets you realize it yourself. It's always harrowing when this sort of stuff comes up. Oh, Rose died. Time for the
There she goes
17th
again.
Doctor. Man, we're really burning through them nowadays. Oh, it's not this scene. Okay. Although,
Aw.
harrowing scenes. God, the pain on Wilfred's face.
He's so happy.
I haven't really paid attention to, like, the quote-unquote conversation Wilfred and this guy are having. I've also realized, as an Italian, he definitely knows what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And as a reminder, Wilfred fought in World War II and is just of that age.
Oh, yeah.
Donna, take a history lesson.
Oh, he's not.
No, this one's
laughing
not gonna get a
anymore.
joke. I take it. I don't have to explain it to you.
No, yeah.
But yeah, no, that one's. I did warn you. It's amazing
No one's
work though
happy when
between
Will cries.
the two older men who like recognize what's going on. Like even as a kid, I knew, but I don't know if you'd really like grasp. I mean, I don't know if anyone can really grasp unless like they go to a labor camp.
Mm.
Never thought I'd appreciate the acting of someone doing nothing.
Doing nothing.
The one thing she responds to, God. It's a fantastic episode, but it's just one of those, it's a heavy episode. I think we're about to get a little lighter, though. I think they pushed it, like, as far as they can. And, you know. Well, if you happen to win a lot of money, don't give it away, Donna. Make sure you do that. Here's the scene I was talking about, though. I always like this stuff. No matter how many times I see it. It's a police box. Yeah, it's a telescope. It's not going to break. This is just one of the things that, like, just really gets me in the existential terror kind of way of, like...
Yeah.
I can't even imagine just standing outside and just seeing them pop.
Yeah, that'd be horrifying.
It's just the scale of it. And, like, all the knowledge of, like, the light speed, the distance, they're just simultaneously starting to go out. Spoilers for an incredible game. But it's the Outer Worlds. I don't remember which it is.
I want to play this game. I haven't played it yet. Don't spoil it for me.
Go play it. No, play it. Go play it. Done. You didn't tell me. Buy it
right,
now. I
literally
watched
on the top
someone
of my
play
wish
it,
list.
and I'm gonna regret it the rest of my life. If I ever like lose my memory, recommend the game to me. Like, play it.
Well, yeah, I've avoided spoilers for that
play
game
it.
so hard.
Buy it.
Yeah, I need to.
It's like $20. Go buy it. Not the RPG, the other one.
Yeah.
I mean, the RPG I've heard is also good, but you know.
We don't know this character, do we?
No.
Oh.
It's Unit.
Ooh.
She looks a bit like the 80s head of Unit, but I don't think it is. And I haven't seen that woman in, like, ages. I'm pretty sure she's new. She might have been a background character in an earlier episode, but I don't think we've met her. We don't have Kate yet. Gosh, in my head, it just clicked to me that's going to be the Coral TARDIS, and I don't know why I had something else in my mind. I think it's because the lights.
I want to see it in there.
It's real dark. At least she finally gets to be happy, though, after, like, God knows. Well, I guess a year or two. Oh, you know what would have been fun is if we could tease next Christmas. Which, come to think of it, wouldn't exist with a timeline with the Doctor dead, and neither would the Christmas after. Wait, no, what's next Christmas?
Nice. Dark drab interior.
What's next Christmas? Is it the next Doctor? I think it is. That one's in the past, so it doesn't matter. But, I got them backwards. Dusty.
I love it.
It is a night atmosphere. Oh, she recognizes Rose. Hey, she got her coffee.
Well, that's a
Don't
warm-looking
spill
cup
it
of
on the
coffee.
TARDIS, Donna. We've been here before.
The TARDIS needs to wake up, though.
That's not what happened last time.
Wants a little coffee.
Yes. Just looks back down. It's not a cockroach.
Basically.
It's not.
Everyone has a name, you know.
I know its name.
His could be cockroach.
This comes up, I don't know if this is from TV, but EU has used, like, time travel mirrors before. I think time mirrors or time travel in Doctor Who, but, like, God, that's a half-remembered tidbit. I need to listen to the old monthly adventures again, but I need, like, treadmill or something to do it with. My commute's too short. Just an adipose. Don't say it's part of her. I don't think it is. There you go. It's a beetle. It's not a cockroach.
Basically a relative.
I think that's racist. You know, I find it funny, just who knows why, but Midnight got like 9 views total this past week. We've consistently had like 3 people in an active chat for Turn Left. I don't know. Hang on, I disagreed with someone on Reddit, and I'm waiting for a line. Wow, that's sad. Might remember, actually.
Yeah, that was a pretty important one. She got a job out of it.
It's interesting. Donna is special, like literally, but it's interesting in a show where the Doctor does make little changes to have an episode with such a big butterfly effect. But also, that's the line I was waiting for, where Rose just flat out admits she doesn't know what she's talking about. She just says things the Doctor would say, that she thinks she should say. Hang on a minute. Wait, is this based off the Charlie arc? Because the Charlie arc had a time travel mirror episode. God, she does look familiar, though. Well, we haven't had many unit stories, though. We've had that white guy was with the Sontarans. I don't remember her.
Yeah. So clicky.
You can't listen to anything with that thing on. Is this just a way better Wish World / Lucky Day?
Yes.
Yes, I think, yes. It kind of hit me watching it. It's not quite the same, but yeah, that just like ride into fascism sort of thing.
Wait, they make a time machine?
Yes. They do have the TARDIS, though. So, you know.
I suppose.
That's fancy. Honestly, the watch is more impressive than the time machine. Yes, it was a great line, combat dehydration. Is Mickey hiding behind a mirror right now? Mickey is not in this episode, but it looked like Mickey in a unit uniform. Also, I'm face blind, so if it's not actually Mickey, I'm not racist, I'm disabled. That's it.
This
God, the woman looks so familiar. Chat. Chat. Go ahead, Caden. What?
No, I don't even have a formed thought.
Okay.
Thoroughly. Comforting.
You know, okay. Could they have sent someone else? I've never really thought about that, but I don't think it's a reason they need Donna. I guess Donna would believe Donna.
Yeah.
Is it the 80s unit? It's not. She was like deeper and would be older. Doctor Who turned left. That's still death, Donna. That's called temporal genocide. No, it is. It's horrific. That's true, but it's still temporal genocide. Actually, it's not even. I think this is an alternate universe is how they get explained. What? Whoa. Okay, this is the first appearance of Captain Arista Magombo. That's why she's in Planet of the Dead, so I recognize her, but you won't.
I feel like I feel like could have been lied to.
My goodness, hang on, what?
Gosh.
Yeah. What was that? Gosh, we haven't had to adjust the audio for a long time.
That's a pretty cool jacket. Pretty cool costume.
I don't know, it looks like a terrorist right now.
It does, yeah.
God, what, did she go back to the 80s? What was that boombox? Although there's trash on the floor. Actually, they're really nonchalant about this. She just appeared in, like, a big explosion.
She was really
in
slick.
front of CCTV. God, someone's confused. Do you need a help, woman? Like, I like how everyone's giving her a wider and wider berth, though, as time goes on.
4 minutes for half mile. 8-minute mile.
That's hard.
Possible.
Like, that's...
Yeah, but if you
Donna,
you were gonna...
But this is
the universe was in your hands.
This is a Donna who lives, like, you know, not the best life. Like, if it was traveling Donna... Like, it's possible. There's the adrenaline. But that's a rough mile if you're not prepared. In school, I remember I ran a 747 mile once, and the teacher went, "That's the airplane." And I was like, I noticed. It, on the inside, of course. I was dying on the outside. In that coat, too. Oof. And that jumper.
Yeah,
God, this is miserable. I would have lost the coat, and if she has an undershirt, the jumper just kind of show more exhaustion, I feel. Also, how did Rose know? I don't think Rose knew this. I think Rose was just like, yeah, your timeline's gonna die. Or like World Conquest. You know what? Actually, I kind of think she might have been able to get there. Come to watch it. Man, what a dick. Someone just screamed about that. Like, it wasn't that far. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I feel
it's
like
a good moment, though, narratively. Although, yeah, God, the state of British roads, what was that? Shooty Gadwa. I don't know. I mean, what do you think? You can guess it. Use your brain.
2 words?
Yep. Hello, sweetie.
Rose's thing.
This episode's only been shown once on BBC One. Yeah, I get that. Checks out the cowards. I wouldn't be surprised if this episode had a different like age rating than the other ones. Also, 100% that beetle just came from the prop warehouse.
Yeah.
God, I had no idea China was so dangerous. Go back to midnight.
Yeah, they both back-to-back had their own solo, horrifically traumatic experiences.
They filmed them at the same time, yeah. A companion light and a doctor light. I wonder... I don't think we really get both. I'm trying to think of a Matt Smith Dr. Light as well. Chat, Matt Smith Dr. Light, does he get him? Capaldi? I don't know if we really... Oh, the Trickster was referenced. Man, what a dull villain everybody loves. I'm sorry. The Trickster is a villain where he'll go into the past and he'll offer you a choice. It's like a contract. Like, you're gonna die. I could make your friend die instead, and you'll get to live, right? And that's it. And that's what he does. Good premise. But then if you decide to break that contract, it just like unhappens. And so all Ages and Sarah J Adventures, all his episodes are like, no, don't break your contract. It's like, no, I break it. He's like, no, dang, bleh, I've died. He's just lame. I'm sure you could do him well. He's just very lame. Hot take. It's like saying Elmo's lame, you know? That's people's childhood. No Matt Smith Light or Capaldi Light episodes. Yeah. Interesting. No Jody one either. I think. What's the one where Yaz runs away as a kid? Is that Jody Light? Yeah, also, I think I've talked over it, but we mentioned like parallel universes that run slightly further ahead in time. We had that with Pete's World, too. I've always found this a very weird concept. Wait, was the name Rose Tyler? Because I'm pretty sure... Come on, Caden. Rose Tyler, 2 words. Come on, quick.
Rose Tyler, 2 words. Bad Wolf. Rose
there you
Tyler.
Go. Bingo.
Egg sandwich.
Egg sandwich, got it.
Where's he going?
I like how he looks at the signs, too. By the way, those were not there before. Well, they were, but they didn't say Bad Wolf. Not a fan of Whitaker or Gatwa, just worse doctors. Well, there's no 14 Dr. Light, that's for sure. Gatwa has... I say 1. I'll fight this. Dot and Bubble is not Dr. Light. But... I don't know that you know that. I don't know that you know that.
Bad Wolf is the end of the universe?
Well, it is where the next one is the finale 2-parter. Stolen Earth Journey's End. Have I lied? Does he regenerate? Does. That's the question. Does.
I don't remember.
Hang on, I've just clocked. The Sontarans aren't the 4th Doctor villain that returns. It's the guy in the finale. Spoilers. I don't know why I'm keeping it a secret. You don't know him. But yeah. No, I mean, it's great. I noticed when I looked up that unit girl, 4.5 out of 5 is what TARDIS Wiki gives it, but that feels low. That's an exceptional episode. That's well paced.
It was good.
Great messaging. The fall. It's the kind that you don't enjoy it, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I'm a little confused, but probably because of the format we're doing here. But or maybe it will be explained when Rose comes back and everything. But how Rose was like here and knew the future, but the future hadn't happened yet.
I'll explain at least most of it because I think we've gotten as in depth as we're gonna go. Rose mentions in this episode hopping kind of between dimensions. Yeah. She's like looking for her home dimension to find the Doctor, and for reasons unbeknownst to us, bad things are happening. I think she mentions that the stars are going out like everywhere across the multiverse. Also, the reason hasn't happened yet, even though the other dimension is ahead in time. It's somehow tied to ours. This is a concept I really don't understand, but not in Doctor Who, just like generally. But anyway, what was your question originally? What am I answering?
Well, like Rose knew that Donna. Yeah, the things that Donna was going to do with the Doctor.
This is never explained. No, I don't think she knew that. She knew the things that have missed. I think the assumption is that through seeing other multiverses, she has gotten an idea of like, a picture of what's happening and what changes when different events do or don't happen. This is the implication that's never really explicitly stated. I don't think Rose would have any way of knowing that like Donna would die to change the past by jumping into front of a car. I mean, that Donna would cease to exist. That's death. I mean, I'm good on Donna for not thinking it is. But, Big Finish has the series then. It's called Dimension Canada. As I understand it, is that process of Rose going across different dimensions trying to find the Doctor. I'm not big on the premise. I think I've heard at least decent things on it, but it's got Rose. I think Jackie, Pete, Clyde is in it. Good old Clyde. From chat, most UK Doctor Who fans view Whittaker and Gadwa as just poor doctors, and they have the worst ratings ever in the UK. That's definitely true for Whittaker. I haven't seen a lot of Gadwa trays. Doctor Who is still like one of the strongest programs on the BBC for the days it airs, and that's when like it's also available on iPlayer earlier. It has the worst ratings of like literally the entire history of the show, but that's just because of the state of TV. I'd be interested to look. I haven't seen many statistics. From when I interact with the fandom, like Reddit and stuff, it's definitely the prevailing thing is Gadwa amazing. 15th Doctor great to meh. That one is a little more divisive. Very few people dislike the 15th Doctor in the fandom that I interact with. And, but it's just the finales, like, God, they bring that era down. Because they're the main things. They're the meat of the eras. And so when it messes up, messing up that core can really bring down a great season. It just as much as nailing it can really elevate a terrible season. This is also kind of the element of nostalgia, is when we think back on like Moffat and Davies, we remember these like 5 out of 5s, like, the turn lefts and stuff. But we also, even then, when remembering them, we don't remember the problems, like why does Donna have to be the one to go back in time, or things like that. Or we remember the great episodes, but don't remember how many like farting aliens Russell T Davies 1 had, or stuff like that. Which of course really affects the remembering of the episodes, but I maintain we rated most episodes very well in the 15th Doctor. I don't like Turn Left, not Turn Left, sorry, Lucky Day. Bit of a warm take, people are a bit split. But I was even surprised how high I rated the finales, because we've gone back. Not Doctor Who, that's my other Doctor Who spreadsheet. Who dis? I rated, we all rated season 1 just 8 out of 10 flat. I did a 6.9 for season 15, but my averages actually were really low for 15. They were like a bit below 8, but if I knock out the finale, I guess that's a 7. It was actually lower than I thought. Yeah, it was both about 7.5 if you knock out the finales, but like I loved Lux, their last 7. It's just the lows. Robot Revolution, the Wish World Reality War, and Rogue really bring things down. Space Babies I gave a 5, and I'd give it more if we just gave it a 5 because it was like a midpoint and we'd never done it. It was a good basis for comparison. I would give Space Babies higher. I know, hot take, but I was very surprised when I went back later. I gave Legend of Ruby Sunday an 8.5 out of 10. Makes sense because it is like, it's set up, but it's fine. It provided the payoff was good. But I gave Empire of Death a 7.5, which is not a bad score. That's like a fine episode. I mean, I gave the finale an 8. We both did, 8 out of 10. Yeah. And it's interesting how much like worse it is in my memory from the discourse. But I also don't really remember that much about him because Legend of Ruby Sunday's set up. Like there's not really much to remember. But then again, we also believe we know White Snows, which is like the biggest complaint I see about this season. We both just
I feel like the next season's ending too made that one's better.
A lot of people
in my opinion.
Have I told you the theory of Ruby was supposed to be the companion for both seasons?
Yeah.
People write interesting theories. I don't really commit into this because too much just feels like Russell T Davies' worst qualities in writing to be like some conspiracy. It may be, but like I'll admit that the things people suggest about Ruby being the companion season 2, at least on paper, work better. But you know, I just could be that we wrote a better story than Davies. Like, so yeah. I don't know. I want the show back.
Yeah.
And I'd recommend anyone feeling down. I actually remembered I got into Big Finish during the Whittaker years. It was Nerd Cubed who mentioned his dislike, putting it lightly, of the Whittaker eras is what like brought him into Big Finish. And that's how I get into 2, starting with Spotify, because there was like a sale on the monthly adventures, and before I finished the first one, I bought the first like 100 for $50. It was amazing. But Big Finish is really, I think, entering what's going to be thought of as a new golden age. With a lot of new writers, but mostly Tim Foley is writing amazing stuff. Hooklight, the 13th and 9th Doctor's Adventures are both good so far. Anything Tim Foley is great. Tim Foley did an amazing one with River and 9. Tim Foley did a good 13 with Vampire Weekend. Those are fairly, I think they're like $13 for one of the stories. I think they're like an hour long. I don't know. You'd have to check. But I've been hearing so much good things about a lot of the newer stuff. 11 and Valerie is amazing, I've heard. I'm kind of in like what's generally considered a lull of Big Finish because I'm kind of going with the older stuff. Listened to a few of the newer stuff, but that's the people who are saying Doctor Who should go on hiatus. I like strongly disagree. There's nothing that can be fixed 10 years from now that couldn't just happen today with the right people. And I think Big Finish is proof. Having gone at this point for longer than classic series and 5 times televised Doctor Who, they've turned around without a hiatus.
Yeah.
It's just the people. I'm a little worried because I've not liked any of Pete McTighe's work. He's probably the next showrunner. But, like, BBC might intervene. Like, I don't know. Amazon might intervene. Netflix might intervene. Who knows what we're going to get. I hope we don't get the Disney deal just because, and I don't see people talking about this a lot, Disney has decided to wait till the spin-off airs before commissioning new episodes, meaning we get this big gap, right? That's not good. We should have, if not continuous production, fast enough that like the main show is getting renewed like about every year and a half. Because a lot of people point out the writing quality is not like nothing, but when the general audience starts falling off of Doctor Who is Series 7, which is the first time the release schedule became inconsistent. We split Season 7 across the summer break, and then most, I think if not all, subsequent seasons are kind of like slightly different times. With the streaming era, no one really knows like when it's going to come out. It'll just come out at some point.
Yeah.
Disney deal's over according to rumors. I don't believe so. If I would bet, I'd say it's over. I also think even if Disney's on board, the BBC, I would be surprised if they'd want to commit with the knowledge that there'll be these gaps. Because I think these gaps are just honestly the worst thing that's happening. Because 13th Doctor has a lot of its fans. I think the casual audience would be more willing to accept the 13th Doctor, because I think as presumably not sci-fi fans, or at least in like the dedicated sense, they're more likely to be open to turn your brain off, for lack of a better word. Like it doesn't really make sense. It's spectacle. That's what it is. The sort of stuff Davies was writing. I'm actually curious. Why am I going to IMDb? It's here in front of us. IMDb average 7.19 for Gadwa. Everything except Devil's Cord and Space Babies and Church is 7 or higher, which is upsetting because that's the first one. Season 2 was 7.53. I don't know if this is still true, but I remember for as long as it aired among Reddit and stuff, Season 2 is clearly better, was like the big take, right? And we disagree. Looking at the numbers, me and Alex all disagreed with that, which is interesting.
I think looking back, I like Season 2 a little more, although the ending, the finale tanks it.
No Doctor Who Christmas special this year. I'm gonna have to go. I'm glad we're getting into Moffat before the Davies era. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to say Russell T Davies, the man who canceled Christmas, a lot. And that comes off too harsh because that's an active issue. I can do it for Chibnall because that's old news and it's kind of funny. Even though it is like neither of their faults or like decisions. But yeah, Big Finish is doing 4 with the monthly adventure, October, November, December. That'll be a 9th Doctor, will probably be Christmas. Actually, I think Jodie's November story is a Christmas story, with like King Henry VIII, I think. They're also doing a Halloween one in October, which is noteworthy for having not Jacob Dudman. No, it is Jacob Dudman. No. Is it Jacob Dudman? Who's the other one? The new 12th Doctor actor. Jacob Dudman does 11. Who's not Tim Foley, that's the writer. The other great impressionist who does 12. I'm really tempted on that one, even though like every other one in that set, I'm too far behind to listen to. I'm sure it doesn't matter, but like I haven't met 8 in Audacity. I don't remember what's in it, but if you want a taste of like Christmas Who, that's a slot. I wouldn't be surprised if they put together something. I mean, it's Davies. Like you might have a Tale of a TARDIS. Maybe on a modern, or like I bet it'd be on like I wouldn't be surprised if Christmas Carol is scheduled for Christmas because BBC is doing the 11th Doctor era. Probably not Christmas Day because it's like that's a big time slot, but around Christmas. American fans join a few British chats and see the comments about Whittaker and Gadwin. I think, well, most of the fandom chats are American just by sheer numbers, I think. But obviously the British population is a huge proportion of like the Reddits and the forums and stuff. It's disproportionately large for like a random sapling. But yeah, no Doctor Who Christmas special. It's just too late. I don't think they could film something, which is the first year since Eccleston, and I guess all the years before then, that we won't have some form of festive special. Like, even Jodie had the New Year's ones, which, to be honest, I think at least one of them I watched like months later, because New Year's Day is like a random day. But that's gonna be disappointing. In fact, Ncuti Gatwa was the first Doctor since 9 to not have a Christmas special. Well, if you count Jodie's New Year specials, of course, and you ignore the 14th Doctor because it's David Tennant. So there's a lot of asterisks to that statement. But like, he's the first to never do the Daleks. He's the first to he's the first modern one to not do the Cybermen. 3 never did the Cybermen in his era, but that's the only other one. Citation needed. 6 did Cybermen, right? Probably. I guess 8 didn't, but 8's always weird. You're okay, with no Dalek Cybermen for Ncuti?
Yeah, I mean, there's always a way to go about it, but of course, if it's one of those things that happens every time.
I don't think it's big. You know. A lot of people are pointing out, like, especially the Daleks, it almost feels like he's not the Doctor, and it's so weird to me, especially having seen new Doctors. Like, Jodie was a new Doctor for me. Also, 14 fought the Daleks in the Children in Need. Even 14 fought Daleks. Even 8, they had him in the movie. But it's bizarre to me that I can't picture Ncuti Gatwa in front of a Dalek, you know? I think it might be because he's so, like, bubbly and cheerful as a person. But I think Ncuti Gatwa will do early Big Finish, just like Jodie. That's my theory. That's my take. Ncuti Gatwa, everything I learn about him tells me this. For one, he really wanted to fight a Dalek or a Cyberman. I think he's even said, like, so I might come back and do a Dalek. Like, I think Ncuti will come back because, you know, he was kind of forced out from situations. He was burnt out. He very much feels like he wants to do more Who, but he took on too much work. Disney, you know, can't commit to a date, so he left. So he'd be one of those who I'm sure if Big Finish goes on for the next 50 years, he'll eventually do it. But he also said one of the reasons he left was he was just too tired. I know John Pertwee met the Cybermen and the 5 Doctors. I said in his era. But yes, he did meet the Cybermen eventually. No, he says he loves acting and he wants to do different things. This was a recent interview. So it means he has a habit of putting like too much on his plate and like burning him out. I think he said he worked like 7-day weeks for 8 months with Doctor Who and like his other projects. And so he gets these periods. And so I feel like, obviously Big Finish will take him if they can get him. But I feel like might go through phases where he takes on too much work and then like he wants something easier. That's why he left Doctor Who, is he just, you know, we'd been through so much grueling, he needs an easier job. And Big Finish is always going to sit there and be like, hey, Ncuti, you want a steady, if not massive paycheck? We've got a monthly adventure with your name on it. So, and of course, like Jodie has stories, like 7 years of stories, I think. I don't know how often she had to record, but they could do that in like a relatively small time span. Tom Baker is going to have stories for like 6 years after he dies. Like they're intentionally bulk recording with Tom. Although he's retired, that's something they used to do. But I would not be surprised. He loves that. He loves Doctor Who. Like everything I get, I believe he loves the part. Ncuti could probably come back for like multi-Doctor if it fits with his schedule. I can see that. But I'd be very interested to give Ncuti Gatwa a Big Finish. Because the 15th Doctor's problem, I always try and use the Doctor's name rather than the actor when we talk about the character. But the 15th Doctor's problem was that he didn't have a deeper character. There are some episodes when he does, and it's a different, deeper character every time, because there wasn't really that consistent driving motion. That under the character, and Big Finish could give him that. Just like with 13, had that character. If you ask Chibnall, he'll tell you what it is. He was just very bad at putting it onto the screen. And that Tim Foley one was pretty good. And yeah, I mean, we're early days with Jodie, but I'm enjoying her stories. So yeah, Big Finish, especially with Tim Foley. He's done so many Doctors, and apparently everyone, he just gets them. He gets all the characters. Like, if that guy is not a massive Doctor Who fan, he's the greatest writer of our time. Like, I don't know how you could just come into all these and just get you when you come up from Florida, you need to listen to that Ninth Doctor River set with Tim Foley, because I'm gonna get you hooked on Big Finish. You can listen to the Big Finish for Oh No It Isn't. It's the first thing they ever did.
Really? That's funny.
Yep, because they founded it with the goal of producing officially licensed Doctor Who audio dramas. They didn't have the license, so they went to Virgin, who did the books I'm reading now, and they bought the rights to those stories and the character of Bernice Summerfield. They adapted some of the good ones to just remove the character of the Doctor. But their first one, I've never heard the story, was Oh No It Isn't, which was the first Bernice-only non-Doctor Who story. But they're full of Doctor Who characters. As I mentioned, Nicholas Courtney, who does the Brigadier, voices the King Cat in the Big Finish one. Like, they all have Doctor Who cast. So they had the names when Big Finish gave them the go-ahead. But no, if you're not a fan of Modern Who, like Big Finish, so much of the early stuff is free on Spotify, if you can't afford it. And like, honestly, a lot of the best stuff is on Spotify. The first 100-something monthly adventures, all of the Eighth Doctor with Charlie and Lucy, which is the best Eighth Doctor if you ask me. It's great. We should probably wrap it up. Remembering Caden didn't want to go too long this stream, so blame Caden.
I'm flexible, a little flexible.
We'll keep doing this. We have 11th Doctor coming up. I mean, we're gonna go in episode order, so just if you don't like Tennant, just keep an eye on where we at.
Next Caden, finale.
He's 91 years still going. No, Matthew Waterhouse leaked that Tom Baker stopped doing recordings a while ago. Tom Baker is proper retired. At least a Big Finish. I don't know if he has other work. I think he did a Star Wars character. But it sounds like he's done recording for Big Finish. They talked about a little before then something like 7 years, so now probably down to 6 years of Tom Baker, just backlogged. Because, of course, they know a lot of these actors are close to retirement. Sylvester McCoy is apparently starting to think about retiring. I think he's 80-something, but I'm confident because with these 13th and 9th Doctor adventures, 11 and Valerie, War Master, stuff like that, I think Big Finish has successfully shifted gear to have those modern Doctors. And of course, they still produce classic as long as they can, but they know just as much as everyone is a company, they are not going to survive 10 years if they don't find something else for their classics. Because especially for 5, 6, 7, 8, a classic, an Impressionist, is going to hurt because we're so used to having the actual actors. And it'll be like when Jacob Dudman's 11 replacement gets added. It's just going to hurt. And we'll get used to it, but the first, second, and third Doctors don't sell as well because they're Impressionists. And there is no 90s Who to give Big Finish. They have to survive this 10-year gap. And the fact that half their stars are either too famous or too busy. They don't have 90s Doctors to let Tennant and Smith get old and want to do it. But yeah, it's good. I've still personally got 10 years of 20 years of Tom Baker. But yeah, that's it. As I said, we'll keep going through episode order. The plan is to do everything till like Church at least. We might redo Gadwa because at that point it'll have been like 5 years. That could be interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the plan. We might, if like Jody just ends up being a dissing Chibnall Doctor Who hate stream, I'll stop. But that's a long way away, and at that point I'll have a lot of like 13th Doctor. I'll it'll be interesting. But the worst part about the Jodie's era, just like the Sixth Doctor's era at the time, was not knowing when it would end and the possibility of like another like 7-year stint of that. Because I liked Sixth Doctor TV, but I also went into it knowing it was like 12 stories. I might have felt differently if I didn't know that it was so short that the show was going to get canceled, not for these reasons, and it would be revived, and I've got like 20 plus years of that, and it was going strong. Different times. But yeah, we might do War Between the Land and the Sea as well. That's still an open discussion. I think we are going to watch the first episode and then decide if we want to do it. I've toyed with the idea of it's only like 5 or 6 episodes, like just watching it, and then we talk about it on a special stream at the end, because I don't think it'll be particularly special. But we'll see how we're feeling. It could surprise everyone. It could be great. Shape of Water meets the same Silurian story we've all seen.
Wouldn't be upset if it was great.
Yeah, only one more Tom Baker season? Yeah, I think we have 16, 21. No, it's the Androzani season, which is 21. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what we need for Blu-rays. And the American versions lag a few months behind. But I'm excited because after my wife and I pass season 13, we own every season till 21. And at that point, either that season will be out or they'll all be on YouTube. So we're in a home stretch now, all the way to Gadwa, to just be able to watch. Because if you're an American and interested in Classic Who, so much of it is free on YouTube right now. There's a lot of great free resources for Doctor Who. Obviously, if you're British, you got it all for free. If you're American, it's on YouTube. I think everywhere Big Finish is free on Spotify for a lot of those early stuff. And that early stuff is dirt cheap as well. It's not expensive. And if you wait for sales, which are all the time, especially around actors' birthdays, as I said, I got the first 100 monthly adventures for like $50. Best $50 I've ever spent. But yeah, I will say thank you all very much for watching. And I'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.